Etsy store. This is an online platform for individuals who sell unique products. These items can be handmade goods, craft supplies, vintage items, or digital goods. Stores are run by independent sellers, not large companies, and anyone can open their own shop and start selling their product today. You can make money on Etsy by coming up with a profitable idea, spending time and money to sell the products, setting up an Etsy store, and reaching buyers. You will have to continuously update your product and find new ways to reach buyers in order to come up with more profits. So if you want to know more about how you can make money with Etsy, then this video is for you. For today's video exclusive to our Lapstop Lifestyle members, we are going to talk about how you can make money through Etsy. If you like unique, handmade gifts, then you have probably already come across Etsy. There are my go-to for personalized gifts, home goods, stationery, and Christmas cards. Did you know that 86% of Etsy sellers are women? And they are using Etsy to sell handmade goods as well as vintage and digital items. Basically, if you're in a product-based business, Etsy is a great way to get started or gain extra exposure. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. The cost of listing an item is 20 cents, which will be effective for up to 4 months. If you are just starting out on Etsy, take advantage of their deal to have your first 40 listings free. Here are some other costs to be aware of. One is when you sell an item. Etsy takes 3.5% of your listed price. Aside from that, shipping and handling will need to be covered, but you can set in the product listing that the customer has to pay it. Lastly, your method of accepting payment will also have a fee. For example, Etsy's direct checkout system charges 25 cents per transaction plus 3% of the total. It will cost you about 7% of your revenue to do business on Etsy. But it's worth it because this is the #1 platform for selling handmade goods. It has 1.9 million active sellers and 31.7 million active buyers, so it's possible to make serious money there. Setting up your Etsy account is all about creativity and putting in the time. Therefore, you'll want to designate some time for dreaming about what it's like for customers to shop on your site and figuring out every detail of your product. The more intentional you are with your branding, the greater number of sales you'll see. The online marketplace Etsy is a place not only for creativity and passion, but also for experts in their crafts. You must consider other factors in figuring out how to make money on Etsy, like understanding the site's community and its search engine algorithm. Here are other factors to consider if you're trying out to figure how to make money on Etsy. If you need to make money from selling products, it's important that you sell a product you enjoy and care about. Yet before you dive in, try to see if it will actually sell. You can do some quick research on the company using Etsy's search bar. Be as specific and accurate in your search as possible, and then click through the different shop pages to see how many products have been sold so far. Anyone can make a product to sell on Etsy, but it is important that the product you are making is profitable. You first start by brainstorming ideas, and then you weed out the ones that are not profitable. Before you open a shop on Etsy, do research to see if there are any other sellers for the same types of products. Look at those shops' pages and see how many purchases they've made in order to determine the marketability of selling them on Etsy. Think critically. When there are so many products out there, how can you stand from the crowd? Ask yourself questions like, who do I want to target? Why will they be interested in what I'm selling? How does it help them? And if you believe that people would purchase your product, then move on to the next stage, making sure the product will make you money. Here's how to do the math. To make a product, you have to figure out the costs. such as the materials or labor. If your product is handmade jewelry with earring hooks and gems in it, you should look up the prices for those items. You should calculate the cost of making one item so that you can see if it is worth it. Shop around to find the best prices for items similar to yours on other sites like Etsy. Consider your local store as well as Amazon to maximize your chances of selling your item. On Etsy, when you sell an item, the site charges 20 cents to list an item and 5% of the price you display for each listing. When you receive a purchase, they also charge an additional 5% of your price listing. When selling through Etsy, read up on all of their fees before opening your shop. Though you may expect to owe more than $1,000 in taxes on your earnings, saving money for quarterly tax payments should significantly reduce what is owed. Savings on estimated tax payments will likely include state, local, and other taxes. When determining the appropriate savings account, estimate your tax liability. You can figure out your price point by taking the cost of the product from a retailer and then calculating any other fees, taxes, or production expenses. If you cannot make a profit while maintaining a competitive price on that item, then you might want to try another sales venue or a different product. Before starting a new project, be honest with yourself. Is this idea going to be profitable? Track how many customers you acquire and how much money you spent to get the answer. When you add photos to your product listing, it entices shoppers on Etsy. They like scrolling through for inspiration and information about the product. Photos also communicate what type of brand the business is. You're able to post up to 10 photos in one listing. This will keep shoppers interested and give them a better impression of your product. Here are some guidelines and suggestions from Etsy on what types of photos to post: a direct shot of your item captured in natural light against a clean, white background, a close-up shot that captures detail, a shot of your product in use, a shot that illustrates the scale of your item, and an image of your product in a holiday setting or one that features any holiday gift packaging you offer. The way to make the best first impression while marketing your product is by taking high-quality photos of it that highlights the best features. However, if you want to take these photos correctly, you need a high-quality camera phone. Some of the latest camera phones are able to take amazing quality photos in any condition. Using other details to complement your clothing in order to create a more tailored feel. If you're selling boot socks, for instance, if you style your model in a military coat, it will evoke more of a rugged outdoor feel. If you're selling jewelry, use thoughtful detail such as pearls and lace to effectively market the elegance of these pieces. Once your photos are uploaded, it's time to fill in all the details of your listing. Aside from the photos, you have to write a descriptive product copy. Your copy is the content you use to describe your product. This is where you will fill in all the details about your listing. This is your opportunity to communicate directly with the shopper and draw them in. Give your listing personality by using words that are in line with the tone of your brand identity, rather than what other Etsy users may have written. This will set you apart from the competition and give your item an individualized quality. When you write clear and captivating copy about your product, your Etsy listing will start making money for you. Here's how to do just that. Write for the buyers who take the time to read everything. Many buyers are concerned with doing their research and reading every detail about your product. This can include a description of it, the benefits of using it, and potential drawbacks. Therefore, if you wish to sell to these buyers, then you need to provide all such information about the product in its details section. Regardless of whether or not you have photos to accompany your product description, be sure to paint an accurate picture with your words. If you include those details, Not only will buyers be able to make an informed purchase decision, but they also understand the questions they may have before they buy and don't need to reach out. Use a short, detailed summary rather than a long-winded one that may not be relevant to all the readers. To capture the attention of impulsive shoppers and those who read everything, focus on details they will be most interested in. The bottom line is that when you keep your copy clear, you're going to have better results. Don't forget to track which products are actually selling. Newer products are most likely to come up in search results on Etsy. To make sure your product is included, you should list it right away and then update it if you want it to continue to showing up. Every time the product is listed and sold, it will appear in the first few pages of search results. You don't want to simply renew your listing at random. Etsy does take into account which products are selling, so put some strategizing behind the products you hope to do better. Give an older listing some love by updating pictures or changing up the product copy before you relist. When you are selling a product on Etsy, it automatically renews the listing at no cost to you. You should focus your attention on the products that are selling and stop paying attention to items that aren't attracting customers. Consider creating listings that have similarities to successful sales. It is important to focus on selling similar items to increase your customers' sense of familiarity. If you are selling Christmas ornaments, quilts, and wine racks in your Etsy store, it may be confusing your customers. Additionally, there will likely be a clear winner with the most sales. Follow the sales in order to find out what is successful. It's hard to start a business and it's hard to keep it up and running while you're in the trenches. But here is the thing, you don't have to be on this journey alone. With the right training and support, you can create a successful business and you don't need a degree to make it happen. The moment you have decided on what to sell, it is time to set up your shop. Sign up for a free account, click Sell on Etsy, and fill in the required information, such as shop name, number of listings, and billing preferences. Once your shop is online, check out Etsy's Seller's Handbook and consider joining a team to help you learn the basics from other shop owners, such as how to take great photos of your items or write your shop description. Then you can focus on one of the most challenging parts of being an online entrepreneur: marketing your products. You can start with free methods to grow the reach of your shop. Creating a Facebook page or Instagram account is a good way to get started. Looking at accounts that are similar and relevant is another great idea. Check out hashtags to see what others are posting and then become active in the community. This will help startup marketing. You could also start a blog to provide customers with valuable information relevant to your business. If you have a vintage clothing shop, for example, you could write about how to style clothes or repair older pieces. Paid advertising such as Etsy's promoted listings product or Google's shopping ads tool can be used to showcase your items. Make sure to set sale goals and take your success, as well as any potential failures, into account. Use Etsy's web analytics tool to track your progress and adjust to change your approach accordingly. Now you might be wondering, just how much money can you make on Etsy? This question is hard to answer. There are Etsy stores that will make billions this year, but there are also stores that will make any earnings at all. It's hard for me to tell where you will fall on the scale of whether or not you'll make money through your store. Luck can also have a role in how much money you'll make from selling. When we're honest and looking at all of the factors, there are probably some lucky moments. Starting an Etsy business is hard because you can't predict when those customers will come in. You share your product and it goes viral, but the right customer might not find you at the time. With time, an Etsy seller can get better at selling on Etsy. The main selling feature of this website is the learning curve, and once you learn it, you will do well on Etsy. The bottom line is that starting your Etsy store can be an incredibly satisfying, lucrative endeavor. It's a lot of work, but every time you get a notification that you've made a sale and a customer tells you how much they love what you're making, it's worth the effort. And there you have our laptop lifestyle video for today. What do you think of the steps and tips we have shared? So when are you going to start if not today? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like this video. If you think that we have delivered value, please share this video with one person. Just one share is enough for us, for you to show your appreciation for the commitment and hard work we all put together in creating this video that teaches and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. And you don't know, the one share could go a long way. And keep in mind that no matter how many times you're going to watch this video, you won't see any results unless you take action. Goodbye and see you at the next one.